Welcome to my kitchen. It's your Chef Ben, and this is the Food and the Smoke. Today, I bring something very, very special, something very, very popular, something very tasty, and something very, very nice. And today, we are shooting something very, 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 very spectacular, very tasty, very interesting. It's something that we brought way back in 18th to early 19th century, in the way back in Italy, but at the moment is all over the world. You can't miss it having it in one of the best restaurants in Kampala. You can't miss it out having one of the best restaurants in the world, and it's something called a pizza. So today we are working with something very, very beautiful, very tasty, family thing, lovely thing, and which is actually a pizza today. So today we are going to work with it, and I will take you through the production from the start to the closure of it. So you may check out in my kitchen, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Food and the Smoke, and I'm your host, Chef Ben. Thank you so much. See you in my kitchen. Yeah, welcome to my kitchen. It's the Food and the Smoke, and like I told you, we are doing something very, very special today, and it's something that is well received, and we are in my kitchen. This is my kitchen, and please follow my procedure, and then I'm starting up. So today we are doing something very special, which is a pizza, and it happens to be a family thing, and people really love it. And today I am doing my very, very special pizza, and which I'm gonna use my few ingredients of my pizza. So for my pizza dough, I'm using about 1 egg. We'll have my either my flour or all-purpose flour or flour of your choice, and I will have my baby marrow here, which people really call courgette. It is a French word. You can call it a courgette or a baby marrow or a zucchini. So I will have my pepper here, green pepper or bell pepper, for a capsicum or anything of your choice. I'll have my carrot, which happens to be one of my signature in my pizza. I will have some garlic, and garlic happens to be a grandmother of all these flavors, so I can't miss it out. So I have my garlic here, and I have my onions or shallots or anything you call it, my red onions. People prefer white, but I do a red onions, and I have my very beautiful chunks or strips of chicken that I'm gonna use for this. So this happens to be an Asher's very spring chicken. So it's a pizza, it's lovely, it's everything. So possibly with my, I will do a little marination of my chicken, and I will use my little pepper here. I will use my little pepper and salt for my little seasoning. And for my pizza dough, I will use my flour here, use some little raisin yeast, do some little sugar, and we'll do some little salt, and some little butter and milk. So, and we're good to go. Take on my flour in my mixing bowl. Put about 30 to 40 grams of my yeast. A little bit, and about 10 grams of sugar or salt, and about 20 grams of my sugar. And I will have my milk right here. So I will prefer using my hands, because I don't prefer using a glove here. So I'll mix it a little bit, because I want to lead coordinate with my mixture of my raisin yeast, my sugar, my salt, and all that. So I'll mix a little bit, so that my raisin agent really contract with my flour a little bit. Continue a little bit. So I'll put, I'm using over 170 ml of my milk, and this is warm milk because I need to try this out. So apply my egg a little bit, so I don't forget, and put about 40 grams of my butter. I think I need it. So mix all this together. Very well. I will rub them together, my butter, my yeast, and my eggs, so that they all mix up together, and I have a very beautiful dough of this beautiful pizza. Like I told you, this is originated from basically in Italy, in the way back in the or 19th century, which was well fed with the immigrants there. But later, it is in the whole world. So we are having a taste of it, and we are trying to demonstrate. This is a culture of Italy, and we are trying to really make it out and have a beautiful of this pizza. So I'll mix it very nicely. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Mix very well. Mix very gently. Until my little dough is coming out very well, but it's still sticky on my hands. So in that case, I will add a little bit of my flour. Just make my flour a little bit heavy, and it does not stick on my hands. Just like that. Just like that. So on this stage, I will transfer my dough on my working table, because I want to really have the best of this kneaded dough. So I will knead it very continuously on my working table, and I'll add a little bit of it until my dough is really coming out the way I want. So knead it that way. It doesn't need much of the technique, but you really need to be a little bit organized with your production and learn how to really mix this. You could do this at home. It is the best you can do at home, and you can mix very well, and then it stops sticking on your hands. So I'll add a little bit of it, because I need a very heavy and strong dough. So I'll mix it very well. It's really interesting having this. You could make this at home. You could make this at home. You could make this anywhere, for your girlfriend, for your mama, for your ex, and wherever you put it. So, and I'll make it a little bit. Make it very well. Just like this, because I need a very nice and tasty pizza dough. And this is my key ingredient. My key ingredient simply is a raisin flour, self-raising flour. Or I use my yeast, my egg, and my egg happens to be one of the self-rising agents. So add my little butter there, some little salt, some sugar for a taste, and my milk. So, and there we go. So apply a little bit. I'll apply a little bit of my little oil, Virginia oil, olive oil. Just have that nice taste, texture of my pizza. And I continue kneading very well. Mix. So on the last point, because I need it a little bit heavy enough, so add a little flour again. Just make sure my flour and my dough is lovely and tasty when it comes to put my topping. So I'll continue kneading it a few minutes, and I'll make sure my dough is a little bit set. And I will set it here. See? It does not stick on my hand. As you can move, you can go. So that shows my pizza mixer for my pizza dough is a little bit set. I'll put it here to rest a little bit for about 2 hours. For 4 hours, it depends on the way you really like it. So I'll put it here a little bit to settle and improve a little bit. So that I can have a very nice, tasty pizza. So I will set it in a chiller for some few minutes, an hour or 2 hours or 4 hours. Then I will come, really clean it and put my toppings, and we are good to go. So like I told you, our flour is set. So I will measure about 250 grams. About my 250 grams, 250 grams of my which happens to be serving about my 250 grams, 250 grams, 250 grams, 250 grams. I'll get the rolling surface. I'll put this aside. I have my rolling surface. So that way I'll use my gentleman here, which is a rolling pin. So I have my cutting rolling surface just like that. So I will roll a little bit. Heavy and very nice texture. And possibly a pizza is not about the shape. People go wrong where they really have to make a very nice shaped pizza. But pizza is not about shape. It's all about your ingredients, your toppings, and your production, basically. Because you may make a pizza of your own shape. Triangle, rectangle, anything. A map of Uganda or anything. So pizza is not all about shape, but people go wrong when you make a very zigzag pizza. People think you're not good at it, or maybe you don't know how to make a pizza. But the pizza has no shape. Pizza has no shape. So you do your favorite shape. So I will, like Ugandan pizza, I will make it a little bit. I'll have my baking tray, just like that. So I will have my pizza. I'll have my pizza here. So you could choose to oven roast this first, or you could choose to put all the toppings all together and you put them once in the oven. So it depends on really how you want to make. So for that case, I'll put a little bit of my mold. And I want this texture. So this partly is my signature. You can do this at home. So after this, I will take my pizza in the oven. So after this, I will have my pizza sauce. And this is purely tomatoes, Italian tomatoes, some black pepper, some tomato puree or tomato paste, some garlic, some vinegar, and possibly basil, fresh basil or dry basil, any of your choice. You can't miss out basil in your sauce. So this is my pizza sauce. You could call it marinara sauce, you could call it a Napolitano sauce, or anything. So this is my sauce. So simple recipe for this. For this is pure Italian tomatoes, very red tomatoes, some black pepper, some little olive oil or butter, some black pepper, some vinegar, and maybe possible touch of sugar and salt. So there we go. So I will have my preheated oven. I will put this in the oven. I'm choosing to roast this base first, so that it's a little bit crunchy and so. But you could do it at once. You put the toppings, the pizza sauce, the toppings at once. Then you roast it at once. So for this case, I will take it in my oven. This is what's the ready to heat the oven. For 5 minutes. Change my working area because I don't want to work in a very hot area. I'll give it some minutes. So meanwhile, I will have my ingredients here. My pizza, about my 200 grams of my cheese, my olive oil, my red soy sauce, and my pepper. So I'm going to we are going to toast this beautiful my butter there. You could choose butter or you could use oil of your choice. So I will bring my chicken first here. Chicken, my beautiful chicken. Look at this, look at the color. It's really coming out very nicely. So about 1 minute, because I don't want to lose this juicy taste of my chicken. I'll put my garlic and add some little butter. Put my garlic. Put the rest of my vegetables, the courgettes, peppers, and I'll finish it with my little basil leaves. And I don't want to overcook them. So I'll put my little cinnamon, some pepper, and a touch of little soy sauce. That's for my taste. Because I need a very beautiful, rich taste of my chicken. Look at the color. And I'll put a touch of aroma because it's already salt. I'll put a little touch of it. Look at this. This is my very interesting part that I love. Just in the salt. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I can't explain this. This is very good. So I'll set it aside. Have my pizza sauce that I told you of the Italian tomatoes, some basil, some pepper, some vinegar, and some puree, which is a tomato paste, and a little bit of salt and sugar to taste, either brown sugar or anything. So I will have my pizza sauce. I will take it. I don't want to cover it with all my pizza sauce because it will tend to burn when you reach it in the oven. It tends to burn. So I'll leave a little bit. And there are many ways you could mold this, mold a little bit, so that you have a very beautiful and very nice pizza. So you could mold it, but in this case, I will show you in the other episode how we mold this pizza. Oh. So I'll put my little cheese down. You could do a mixture of parmesan down in the base, then mozzarella, because this is my very Italian mozzarella, very nice cheese. So I'll come with my toppings. This is my chicken, my courgette, my onions, my green pepper, and my carrot. Look at the color. This is really, really beautiful. About 200 grams of my chicken, chunks or tubes or anything. You could use julienne, that which is the strips or anything. So I'll put my toppings. Just like that. Arrange it very nicely. This is an Easter special. You couldn't miss it. Having it at home with your girlfriend, with your mama, your grandmother, your mom, your girlfriend, your ex, whatever. So I will have chopped basil. I'll chop a little bit of my basil. Don't mind about my yielded basil. You could use a fresh basil or dry basil. But I'm using a little bit of my basil. Cook a little bit. And add a little bit of my cinnamon. Give it a very beautiful taste. So I'll come with my cheese. With my protein, arrange it very nicely. I prefer using my hands. I could use my gloves, but I can do a little bit with my hands so that I have a taste of this with pure blessed smoked hands. So I make sure I cover it with my pizza all together. So finish with my little olive oil. Just give it a little bit of that feel of my taste. So I'll pick up my baking tray. Just take this. I will do about 170 degrees Fahrenheit of my temperature, or down and up about 200 degrees Celsius. So I will little bit to it, and then I give it a golden, and we are good to go. It's looking very, very yummy. Look at this. On my pot, I can choose to trim off all these bands. So you could choose a pizza cutter or a knife, anything of your choice. So come, slice in my salver. So we shall have a beautiful It's very beautiful, the texture, it's the color, it's very beautiful, golden, and you could do this is the best thing you can have for your Easter. So this is the best thing you can have for your Easter with your family or a group of your friends or anything. So welcome to my kitchen again, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is the food and the smoke. And please subscribe. Many things are coming, so keep waiting. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is the food and the smoke. And don't forget to share with a friend. Let's have some basics of cooking. Thank you so much. See you then on my channel.